Hey guys, welcome to the Tony and Tasha Show. I'm one of your hosts, Tony.
And I'm Tasha.
And guys, listen, we haven't been on for, I think, about a couple of
Couple
weeks.
weeks, yeah.
We've been busy. It's so much stuff that's been going on with our business. If you don't know, we own a small business called Bouchel Media, family business. And guys, we do everything from animation to
website design
to what
creative media marketing,
creative
design services,
that's right.
video production,
promotional videos, editing. I mean, you name it. And I think we've been kind of backed up with some of the work we've been doing.
Oh yes, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. We've been running a lot of ads, and it's been real reasonable. So obviously we've been getting a lot of work, and we've been doing promotional videos. So we've been trying to clean that up. And guys, we're going to start back getting rolling again.
Yes.
To
podcast.
To our podcast, and that's one of the things that we're slowly moving into is doing podcasts, and I guess that's the time to bring this in. If you guys would like to have your own podcast show, I think I like more video podcasting than I do radio podcasts. Radio podcast to me is a little boring, but I mean, I'm not saying we won't do it, but we're going to get off into doing it. I just think it's boring myself. I wouldn't, I mean, I guess it's just like radio, if you can keep a person's attention, then that's great. But as we speak now, we're doing video podcasting. So if you like to be or have your own show. Yeah, we have about 1, 2, 3. We probably have like 4 different sets that you can sit in and do your podcast show. This is one of them. This is one of them that we sit at this table, and you're going to see us on, I believe, on different sets that we have
video sets
doing our podcast, just so you will be able to see, like, this is one of them. This is one set. And guys, we're doing it, I think, for the month of what?
For the month of is it June? For the month of June, we're going to be doing what we call our free podcast a day, where you can come out and get a free podcast, a 30-second podcast. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and you can pick whatever set you want to sit. So come on out in June. We'll be having the dates posted soon. If you want to learn more information, you can go to our website, www.bushelmedia.com. That's www.bushelmedia.com.
Yeah, that's good information. So, but guys, we're going to go in and talk about our topic for the day. This is more of a fun day.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, we don't just want to talk about business.
No.
We like to talk about whatever that's interesting to us to come to mind. Maybe it's something that you will want to hear yourself. Maybe it's something that's interesting to you. But, I guess we just been on this thing about restaurants and going to, we don't really do fast food, but when we do go, we go, and just even experiences even there. So today's topic is what are we talking about?
So we talk, what are some bad experiences we had that may have grossed you out while you was going to a restaurant or a fast food restaurant? So what are some bad experiences that you may have had that grossed you out while you were at a restaurant?
Yeah. I mean, I can think of a whole lot of them,
Oh, wow.
But just I remember a time when I went out with I think I'm not going. Well, it's Subway. I don't care.
Okay,
it was Subway. I think we went to Subway,
Yes.
and the lady, she was a short lady. And everybody knows the setup for
Subway.
Subway is like this little metal or whatever it is
slab counter.
Yeah, counter, and you have obviously the food where they can go down, put
and
whatever.
make your sub.
So she was probably the same. Her stomach or midsection was about the same level
of the counter
type deal, because she was pretty short. And when you're short, you have to reach over to grab the food. So now if you're reaching over to grab the food, chances are the sandwich is like close to you.
Yes.
And she didn't have an apron on. At least the apron wasn't, all full on her, like around her neck and everything.
Yes.
It's like tight around her waist, but she still had her shirt open, exposed. And man, she was serving me, or she was putting the toppings on. my sub. And first I seen her doing it to everybody else. And as she was doing it, her shirt was touching the sandwich. Yeah, and that was grossing me out. So when she got to me, I was like, hey, listen, not trying to be rude, but could you make sure your shirt doesn't touch my sandwich? I mean, I just think that's very gross.
Yeah, that was, like you were saying, like her shirt was touching like the sandwich.
Yeah,
like it was rubbing all against the sandwich. And so that's kind of, put that picture in your mind. You ready to eat your food in a minute, and you can see like her shirt. You don't know if her shirt has touched something else.
Yeah, germs. I mean,
did she wash her shirt? We're not saying that in a bad way, but we don't know that. So this shirt is touching all over our food.
That's right.
So
and it can gross you out. So you sit there and you be, oh my God, you think about every place that shirt could have been. You know what I mean? Every place it could have been just taken off and thrown on the ground. It could have been thrown on the bed. It could have been thrown on the floor.
Yeah.
And you that morning, I mean, come on, you didn't wash the shirt, so you just put it on and ran out the door. Now that same shirt is touching your sandwich and everything else. I mean, that's just gross. And I mean, what are some things that actually grosses you out, guys? What are some things that leave that in the comment section? If there are things that grosses you out when it comes to other people serving your food,
when you're at restaurants,
or dealing with what people that come to the restaurant.
Yes.
Like, what are some more different things?
Oh my goodness. So we have another one on the list, is blowing your nose while eating.
Well, to me, that should have been the last one. But anyway, the blowing your nose while eating, that's, to me, is the most insane thing that you could do.
Oh,
is
my
blow
goodness.
your nose.
Wow.
Now, and a lot of times, you have people, they think that as long as they do it carefully, just take the napkin out. But it's still gross, guys. You hear the snot.
Oh my
coming
goodness.
out of your nose when someone else is eating.
Yeah.
And I think that's terrible.
Yeah.
You have a lot of older people that does it more so than younger people. I don't really see younger people doing it more so than older people. Yeah, but they like to blow their nose. I done got to it now where I can go to a restaurant and I don't know who's going to blow their nose.
Yes, he does.
At the restaurant,
yes,
where I'll try to sit somewhere else. And I mean, I don't know if that's wrong to do, but I hate that grosses me out.
Yeah, it totally grosses him out. He doesn't want to eat anymore.
I'll just stop eating. I won't eat. It happened to me today.
Yes, it did.
We went to Coney Island today, and we went to go get some breakfast.
Yeah.
And and it actually surprised me. No, it really didn't surprise me because I was hearing the lady clearing her throat more than once. So it sounds like she was congested.
And I didn't hear that at first.
Yeah, I heard her doing that. And then, I mean, they were done eating their food. All they had to do now was just get up and leave. But I mean, that's you can't tell a person. Yeah. But I mean, they had no reason. They were sitting there for a good 5 minutes.
Yes.
They're eating their food.
So now we're trying to enjoy our food now.
And the lady just grabbed the napkin and there it goes.
And she goes to blowing. I mean, I'm talking about, how somebody will blow like slow, like soft, so nobody else can hear it.
I don't care if it's snow. I don't care if it's soft or slow.
But I'm saying it was like really hard, like you could just hear it all coming out. So you're eating and you're like, and all you just hear is this snot coming out.
Yeah, she did it twice.
Yeah.
So to make sure you heard her the second time, she did it twice. And I'm like, I mean, it never fails for us to deal with this situation, and it's like it doesn't matter wherever you go. It can be the winter, the spring, the summer,
the fall.
The fall. People like to blow their nose in front of you. Well, not in front of you, at their table. So that everybody else. And I don't know how they don't think that that's not gross. You actually hear snot coming out of a person's nose.
If I was in that situation, if I was her, I would feel bad. I would feel embarrassed. I don't like to blow my nose like that in front of people while they're eating. That's just, I have that kind of like home training. You get certain home training, by this person. They was older, you said, And,
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, just the fact that, some people don't think it's rude. They just think it's natural.
Natural.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with getting up, excusing yourself, going to another area, a bathroom outside in the lobby, and blow your nose? Because other people are hearing what you're blowing out of your nose.
Yes.
I just think it's sickening. And, and this, how can I put it? It seemed to me, in my experience, it's been more Caucasian people that does that than anyone else. I mean, today it was a black person.
So that was kind of unexpected because he always makes sure, not trying to put everybody on Front Street. Like, he'll make sure, like, okay, we could sit here. This seemed like this gonna be really good. This is not gonna be no nose blowing. So we felt confident today because I was like, okay, this is good. Right. So we were surprised. I was
very surprised. I mean, people blow their nose.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a fact.
That's normal.
But don't do it. I don't like it when you do it around me when I'm trying to eat. You know what I mean? Because all I can think about is what's coming out. Not the fact that you're blowing your nose, but what's coming out of your nose.
And then you're eating.
Right.
And what if you're eating like oatmeal? Because sometimes oatmeal look a little snotty.
Slimy. Oh, my God. I might throw up. I probably just throw up right then and there. Just in my plate. You know what I mean?
Goodness.
That's how gross that is,
Yeah,
I remember one day I was coming out of CVS, and it was a guy. He was standing outside, and, I got into my truck, and I could see him. And, he was a little homeless. I don't know if he was homeless or not, you know what I mean? But he looked like he was in need for some money. I think he was asking a lady for some money. And I just don't understand this nose blowing anywhere. Like, it just, it just grosses me out. The guy, he held one side of his nostrils and he just blew the snot out the other side. And it was like a long string
of
it. Just came out of his nose onto the ground. oh my God. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
It gross. It was so gross. It had nothing to do with the restaurant, but just the fact that how careless we do things now.
Yeah.
We don't
consider the other person.
Yeah, we don't.
Some people just don't.
Yeah, it's sickening how we do things. But just getting back to the restaurant, another thing that I don't like about restaurants is when you smell the freshness of plates.
Goodness.
Where it's like I don't know what it is, like a fresh water scent.
Yeah, it's like after they wash the dishes, they might not have dried it pretty good.
Or it could be on the table.
Or it could be on the table from a dirty, like a cloth that's not clean.
I hate that.
Oh, yeah, that smell.
That grosses me out as well in restaurants when I see that, or when I smell it.
Yeah.
It's just something that turns my stomach. Or if you go into a restaurant, it's not clean.
Oh, yeah. We didn't walk out plenty of those.
Yeah,
like
I walked
at
out.
Chili's.
Right.
I ain't going to get a location. Yeah. But when we walked in, we sat down, and it was food all over the floor. It was like all stuff smashed into the floor. It was just gross. And I couldn't see myself eating there.
Yeah, with just, this clean thing. When you're in a restaurant or you're going somewhere, if I'm paying for the food, at least allow it to be clean in there so that I won't be grossed out. I won't sit there and eat. You know what I mean?
Most definitely not.
I think the worstest thing to me is the fact that, people,
that's not. It's some other worse things like the wearing not wearing a hairnet, and so you get all this hair in your food, like long strings of weave. When you eat your piece of, it's a couple places we went to that had the long. It's not your hair because your hair ain't that long. It'd be a long gold, like blonde strand of hair in the food. Yeah, that grosses me totally. I just can't eat it.
Yeah, I remember that time when we went to, as you could tell, one of our favorite fast food is Subway. My daughter, we all went to the Subway, and this girl came out. She was, she had this long, she had a wig on, actually.
Yeah, it was
one
of
those wigs. I think it was one of them colored wigs, like purple or something like that. And, I guess my daughter already had known that, there's a chance that it's going to be some
hair in the
some
food.
Weave in
the food.
And she was making it, and she was just flopping her weaves back, and and sure enough, when we got back home, it was hair in the food. And whatever happened to hair nets? We don't wear those anymore. What happens to those things?
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's inconsiderate. It's like I got to come here, pay my pay my money for food, then I gotta go home and I gotta have, that's my results. I get hair in my food, or I gotta go to a restaurant, patronize your business, and I pay my money, but I gotta hear people, blowing their nose, and of course it's not the restaurant's fault.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think that, like you said earlier, I wish there were restaurants where you can have your own private area where there's nobody around. You can have like a private, secluded area.
And it probably is, but you probably have to, it's probably
pay
more of
money.
an expensive restaurant.
Yes.
To be
but
more
sometimes
exclusive.
it's nothing wrong with paying more if you want to have that luxury where you ain't got to deal with other people's snot and other people's hair, all this stuff. So
there's things that grosses you out. And then sometimes it is what it is, Do we have anything else up on the list?
Oh yeah, we got I had put like sitting by the bathroom.
Yeah, that's another thing that I don't like. When you come in and the server
they want to
direct you towards the bathroom.
Yeah,
and it's not the fact that it's still a way. You're not directly in front of the bathroom, but the fact that you can see that word restroom. Just the fact you can see that word, and then it seems like it's all. I don't know if it's me, but it's always airy around that area. You can feel like drafts.
Yeah, it smells drafty, and it smells like a little, like when you mop the floor or like a toilet scent, like a little bit. You could kind of smell that a scent. Sometimes I do, and
the fact that I'm by it, it just does something. I don't necessarily smell anything, but it's just the fact that I'm by it, and it's so airy. So when it's airy and somebody walk past, there's a chance you might smell something that you don't want to smell. So that's another thing.
That grosses out.
Yeah, don't put me by the bathroom when I'm coming in and spend my money.
Yeah,
and I understand that it is a chance that can happen because the place. They just don't have anywhere else place for you to sit.
Well,
but but that's another
well, they
thing.
Need to build their restaurants now where they could put their bathrooms in a whole nother area.
Yeah,
now, that would be really good.
Well, that's true, but when you go into these Coney Islands and different things like that, it's so maybe they should start doing that as well. And let it be a hallway that you got to go down. You know what I mean?
Don't have the bathroom right next to where you eat at, like exactly across from where you eat at.
Right.
That's
Well, even like some restaurants, like I think the Olive Garden. The Olive Garden bathrooms are like up front. You know what I mean?
See, I like that.
Yeah, then they take you to the back area for you
your food.
To eat. And that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Because you don't have to see anything or
get grossed out
or hear anything. Because God forbid if your booty juicy. You know what I mean? Yeah, a juicy booty. Everybody know what that means. I know it sounds gross, but it's the truth. And you hear all that coming out of it. But oh my God, I wonder have anybody ever heard something like that. You know what I mean? Where they was out in the area of the restaurant and they heard bubble guts in the bathroom coming out. I mean, that would be just. What would you do?
What would you do
if
guys?
you heard something like that? I mean, what would you do? What would you do? Would you just stop eating, drop your plate, and just walk out the door? What would you do?
I don't know. That's really tricky. Oh man, that's really tricky.
I mean, that would be insane. You know what I mean? And another thing, I'm glad I never seen a person throwing up. You know what I mean? At the table. I'm glad I've never seen that before. I hope to God I never do. But I've never seen that before. Or you know what I mean, or it's I mean, God, that would be terrible to see something like that in a restaurant.
Yes.
I've yet to see that, and I don't plan on seeing it. But I mean, there's so many things, guys. What do you think? What are some gross things that you've seen in a restaurant or fast food that just was terrible? I mean, maybe I have a weak stomach in terms of someone that's just blowing their nose.
Yes,
but I mean, if that's the case, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
because some people it might not bother certain people. So I want to hear from those people who it doesn't bother. I want you to comment.
Yeah, right. Is it just us, or do you as well? You don't like to hear people blowing their nose in the restaurant. Does that bother you? Because it bothers the crap out of me. I mean, it tears me up. It bothers me so bad. So I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? I'll say it like this. I don't think it's as bad if it's a baby. look like a
Yeah,
little
it's a
child.
little
Yeah, I
child,
mean,
little
and they wiping
baby.
the child's nose.
Yeah, that
That doesn't bother
me.
me.
But when you
But
got these grown folks,
yeah, these folks with these long, big, with these big nose. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you got
oh
these grown folks
goodness,
and they blowing their nose, I mean,
right?
that's terrible. Get your grown self up and go somewhere. I
and
mean, and, and
yeah,
and it
have
could be around,
courtesy.
yeah, it could be around breakfast time when you eating
Oh
your slimy
no,
eggs. You
yeah.
know what I mean, with the yolk in it.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean, and you
Oh
blowing
my
that crap
goodness.
out your nose.
Oh my
You know what I
goodness.
mean? Oh my God,
Ooh,
I could just tell you to pay for my dinner, my breakfast,
breakfast.
because you just ruined it for me. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, what are some
So
things that you guys
yeah,
think that grosses you out?
when you go to
Uh, uh,
restaurants or fast foods,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yep, and that,
let
yeah,
us know.
yeah,
Leave a
let us know.
comment. Let us know what you guys think. Is it just us? Are we tripping?
Yeah,
Or
are we
just
tripping?
let us know, in a
Yeah, because if
comment.
it's not, I've been tripping for a long time because
Yeah.
I mean, I get literally paranoid when I go in restaurants and I see certain individuals, and I mean, I don't know if that's bad.
Yeah, but I had a coworker where we would go eat lunch every day, and she would literally pull out her Kleenex and she would blow her nose every day during lunch while we're eating.
So
So
what
I
is it?
felt I'll be saying it in my mind because I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'll be like, oh, because just this way, I won't be rude to people, but
But
yeah,
what is it about food that
it
makes
makes
individuals have to blow their nose
yeah. What is it?
after they're done or doing the dish? I mean, what is it? I
It's
mean, I
that
just
accumulation of saliva and mucus
oh my
from the
God. But I
foods.
mean,
So
why? I've never had to blow my nose
while
eating a
eating,
dish. I don't even care how spicy it is.
yeah.
I've never
But
ever experienced that.
if I do eat something spicy, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to the restroom and I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm not gonna sit at the table and start blowing my nose because I know I
Yeah.
have eaten things that's made my nose run. I'm not gonna lie, but I would get up. I would not allow anyone to
Well,
know.
I'm gonna be honest.
You
I
know,
can even see if you had the napkin or whatever, and you just wipe your nose. You know what I mean? Gently
yeah,
wipe your
but not
nose.
just like you're
But I'm not
blowing, like
saying,
you blowing
yeah,
your whole nose
brains out
out.
your head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a whole different.
So
Cause that's sound. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's a sound
that's a
effect.
sound effect.
You know what I mean? Where it's just straight up nasty. You know what I mean? So,
hmm
yeah, that's a sound
Yeah,
effect. But wiping your nose.
yeah.
That's cool because guess what? I don't really know unless I'm turning around looking at you. But when you blow that crap out your nose, your face, it makes a person turn their head to see what's going on or whatever, because it's an
Because you
effect,
can hear
sound
all the
effect.
sound effects.
Right.
So
So,
guys, we hope that this show, doesn't offend anyone because we're
no, it's
not
not
here
to
to
offend anyone.
offend anyone. We just,
But we don't like it.
we
I don't
just
like it.
keeping
We
it
don't.
real.
Yeah, yeah, we
Keeping it
don't like
real.
it. And I mean,
So
and I'm quite sure there's many of you out there who don't like it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
just let us know,
Let us know in the
guys. We see
comments.
you later,
See you
and
guys.
stay tuned for more of our podcast. And we're just
Yes.
gonna be talking about everything,
Yeah, we're gonna
whatever
talk
come to
about some
mind.
real things.
Yeah, and we're gonna still
Yeah.
mix it up with business
Business.
because that's what this thing is all about: helping empower our people to
Yes. To succeed
to
in their
start their own
business.
business and
But we still real people before we business people.
yeah.
So
But you know what? I think this week and before we go, I think I've been seeing individuals that they're discouraged.
oh
They're
yeah.
discouraged at in their line of work, and
Yeah.
it's some the work that they're doing is just things that you can tell that they don't like to do, and they don't
hmm
understand that God has given us all a gift. But we have to find out what that gift is so that you can succeed. And,
hmm
and and I'm not saying that well, no, I guess I am. Sometimes when you walk, not sometimes, but when you walking in your purpose, you will tend to be a lot more happier because you're
Oh
walking in
yes.
purpose. And I'm
Yes.
gonna be honest with you, a lot of times, even though it is, but it's not always about the money when you're walking in your
hmm
purpose because you're happy about
Yeah.
what it is you're doing. And
Most
I've been
definitely.
seeing
Yeah,
individuals,
we have
really a little discouraged, and
courage.
it's just that they don't understand that it's because you're not walking in the purpose that God has for you. You know what I mean? Because
hmm
He does have a plan for each and every last one of us. We just got to know what it is. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
guys,
Even for that person that's blowing their nose, God has
yeah,
a
right.
plan for them
The plan to stop blowing their nose in front of people. But
So
yeah,
anyway.
I mean, but yeah, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
All right,
Guys,
stay
have a
tuned.
blessed day. Stay tuned.